and welcome to Impact Africa, our online talk show where we get to have conversations with diverse people and organizations who are impacting lives positively. Yes, this is me, Kemi Akiode Adebayo, aka Mama K. In today's program, I have a selfless, courageous, passionate mother and wife, very devoted, Sandy Pekeur-Sandy. She is the director for Nosh for Josh, which is a not-for-profit organization based in Cape Town, South Africa. My dear sister and friend, welcome. I'm saying sister now because we're no longer just friends. We are sister now because we've known each other for a bit now. It's Sandy. Welcome to Impact Africa. How are you today?
Thank you so much, Ma'am K. Actually, Madame Kemi. I love that, Madame Kemi. Cape Town is awesome.
Mama is fine, but let's start with your name first.
Oh no,
Sandy. Yeah, what is that?
I know. Gosh, the first name is Sandy, and the marriage surname is Sandy to the poor husband.
Did you pick him because of Sandy?
I don't know. It just came just like that.
Like that.
It's just born with the Sandy vibe. So I kept my maiden surname. So it's Sandy Pekeur-Sandy.
Okay, awesome. So tell us about yourself. And obviously, Nosh for Josh is a foundation for your son who has autism. And so tell us about what autism as well is about, since this is the month for us as well to celebrate and raise awareness of autism, being the 2nd of April, where it's Autism Day in terms of the World, program. So tell us about yourself and Josh and your husband and anything else you want to share with us.
The Sandy family or the Sandy clan.
Sandy family.
Yes. So first thing first, the 2nd of April is actually the day that Joshua was born. I mean, he will be turning 15 on the 2nd of April on World Autism Day. And I mean, being born on World Autism Day on the 2nd and diagnosed at the age 2, what more can I say? So yes, I am Sandy, married to my husband, Mark Sandy. And then of course we have Joshua Sandy. So it's a lot of Sandys involved. And married for 18 years. And then we have our beautiful son, Joshua. And it's been a journey. I mean, he was diagnosed at age 2. And me and my husband decided, you know what, we want to leave a legacy behind for Joshua. So as parents no longer there, we want to continue with Joshua's name, or in aid of Joshua and also all the other children out there. Let's start a foundation called Nosh for Josh. And Nosh means food, and Joshua loves food, and of course he's baking. Let's just do Nosh for Josh Foundation. And it started at age 2 and it's still going very strong. We are in aid of autism, but also various disabilities. We don't focus only on autism. Yes, I know Joshua has been diagnosed with autism, but we focus on Down syndrome, hyperactivity, which is ADHD, and of course also mental wellness. And as I mentioned to you, our journey has been we had our term, we had our sadness, we had our happiness, we had our excitement. And I mean, it's been an amazing journey. And you know, when people look at me and they say, you know what, you got so much energy and you are like, so got oomph. I mean, with all honesty, Ma'am K, it's been a development. You actually, your self-development becomes stronger because of your child. You have to become stronger because of your child, because if you are not there and being supportive and encouraging, who will do that? So Nosh for Josh is a foundation in aid of giving that little bit of hope to parents that's in the beginning phase, that's picking up signs of, oh, I think there could be a development problem with my child, but who do I reach out to? Because when your child is being diagnosed with any illness, you want answers. Correct. And I mean, we had our fair share. I mean, we ask questions. Nobody can tell us why he's doing that or why is he doing that. you always want answers. And what is so amazing is you're a mom, I'm a mom, and mothers with mothers or mom to mom, they connect. They say women talk a lot. And yes, we do talk a lot. The husbands will stand at view and maybe hi. But we as women, we have that sister connection immediately. And when you feel someone else's pain, you have that pain as well. When I'm sad, you sad. But when I have an answer to something, you give that person a little bit of hope. I'm like, you know what? I'm actually not the only one that has this problem. So from sisters to sisters and from mothers to mothers, there's a connection, there's a bond. And when it comes to a diagnosis, you first ask you the question, what did I do wrong? What did I eat wrong? What did I do upon my life that I have this special needs child? But you know, you're asking those questions. And I always say, God actually blessed you. You are so blessed with your special needs child, because you know what? You can handle it. You are strong. You are a woman. Women are fighters. Yes, we stand up for our rights, but we are strong. We have our moments, and trust me, I do have my moments. You know, I always cry, but I get emotional, but a happy emotional, then you have your sad emotional, but you strong. So we as sisters and we as mothers need to stay strong and be more supportive to other mothers that needs that little bit of hope. And this is where Nosh for Joshua is coming in. It's not only about Joshua. Yes, Joshua is awesome. He is amazing child. It's to do with other parents, and I'm saying parents, the mother and the father that needs to come together and say, you know what, we're going to make this work. And when parents are having their conflict, especially when it comes to a special needs child, that child picks it up immediately. Like with Josh, when I'm sad, when I have emotions, he picks it up because he don't understand, but he understands my face. Kids pick up with emotions on your parents' face. Like I'm happy, I'm sad, they pick it up. I mean, I had my fair share. The same with my husband. But if you don't come together as one, I'm sorry, it won't work. That's why I pray, and I pray for parents out there to stand strong and have that faith that your child is unique in any way, in a different way. Like I keep on saying to my husband, Mark, you know what? Joshua can't read as yet. He can't write as yet, but we keep in the faith for that. But he's unique in a different way. So what I can say is Nosh for Josh Foundation is out there to give hope to parents, to single parents, moms and dads, to say that we are here for you, to give you that little bit of support.
What an amazing journey you've shared today at age 2, you know, being said, you know, that my son, you know, has this. And what you've shared, you know, not being able to say, wow, you know what, you know, yeah, even though you say, why me? But at the end of the day, you're like, God has blessed me with this child. So what is autism? Let's go back a little bit before we talk about the foundation. You know, for some of us that don't know, what is autism?
Autism is a neurological disorder, and neurological means it's a very big word, neurological. Neurological is touching on the brain. So when it comes to autism, it's to do with social interaction. They don't play with other kids. They don't give you eye contact. They have sensory issues or disorder where they smell their food. Like Joshua still smells his food. I always say, always checks if it's halal. So it's to do with... I know. But every autistic child, they check their food. I mean, sometimes I think I'm autistic because I always check my food first. I think you do that too.
Correct.
But yes, so it's sensory, the smell, also the loudness. They close their ears when there is loud sound. No eye contact, walking on the toes. There is so many impairments that goes onto the spectrum of autism. Now, autism is a huge field. You get your Asperger's syndrome, you get your mild to moderate, and you get your severe. And I don't love this word at all, or don't like this word, retardation, where they say there's no hope for the child at all. Now, Joshua was actually diagnosed of, well, he was diagnosed as the, I just lost my words, gosh. He was actually diagnosed, I think you said the high severe
spectrum of,
no, severe being
severe, okay.
Severe and learning disabilities and hyperactivity, etc., etc. So he is on the spectrum of autism. Yes.
So you said at age 2 was when he was diagnosed. But what we'll do, I've been told we need to be back. We need to have a short break. So
yes.
we'll be right back. We'll be right back.
Sure.
Wow, my dear sister Sandy, what a journey so far. Highs and lows, being that, our dear handsome Josh, who was born on World Autism Day on the 2nd of April, who will be 15, 2022 this year. What a journey that has been, for you with your husband, Mark, and how you've over the years now been working on this foundation, which was started, which year was it started?
He was born in 2007, so 2009-10, basically, when he was diagnosed at age 2.
Okay, so no, the foundation, the Nosh for Josh Foundation, when was it started?
It started in 2000, he was born in 2007. Joshua was diagnosed in 2009-10 with autism. We started with the name and everything else, but registered because it's actually falling under a project with my NPO called Society of Hope, and that was registered in 2015. But Nosh for Josh has been running since literally when he was diagnosed at age 2, not with being registered completely.
Not as a formal organization, but in terms of fundraising, support for other parents, with that. So you've had that and you were explaining, what autism is about. And the fact that you just don't work with children, with autism, you work with other special needs children as well, and giving parents hope. And some of the projects you're already doing, I want you to share them with us, because I know you do a lot of projects in the community. So what projects do you do in the community?
I'm all over. You know that right now. So I have a non-profit organization called Society of Hope, registered in 2015. And what we do is we do food provision, which is our soup kitchens. We have about 6 of them that we are supporting with our dearest friend, the Laik Tofo Foundation. You know that young gent?
I do. A pleasant, amazing young man.
Yes, he started his foundation at age 17 and he's 18 this year. So we work very well together. Then we also combine or collaborate a project called the Slice of Love, where we make 5,000 sandwiches per month with our Blue Ribbon and also the Jam Company. We have a pot of hope where a Kitchen of Kindness comes in and they give 100 liters of food, and we just go and feed wherever we need to go and feed. And then, of course, we have our Nosh for Josh project that has been very close to me. I mean, helping disabilities and special needs. So we empower, we do food permission, and we do our special needs children. And I mean, again, I'm all over the place, but this is what I love. When I'm tired at nighttime and I'm laying in my bed, I know I did good.
So what are some of the challenges, for you over the years, either running the project Nosh for Josh or with the SA Society for Hope? What has been some of the challenges and how have you managed to overcome them?
The biggest challenge always for nonprofit is getting donations and have donors to come on board. And for me, and I'm going to say this, and you're actually going to laugh. I need a petrol company, please, to donate fuel.
I'm not laughing. It's real. And petrol prices have gone up. And it's still going up. So yes, that's a real need.
It's a huge
because
need,
you do travel around Western Cape.
Correct.
So,
and it's people always say, Sandy, you always ask for petrol. But I mean, if you don't have petrol, you can't go to the community and you can't fulfill your project. And I mean, if you can't move around, how are you going to get there? And with me, I hop from one area to another area. Last time, we actually did a Facebook check-in and we're like, what? We were in 6 different places in one day. How amazing is that? So challenges is always donors that needs to come on board, giving the donation. But also, when it comes to NPOs, I love to collaborate. I love to be involved, and I always like to put my foot in all other NPOs. And my husband keeps on saying, you're taking too many projects on and you're doing too much. But you know what? I love doing this. I mean, your husband will say the same to you. Kemi, don't do that.
That's why I'm laughing. I can say anything.
Do you ever listen to your husband?
Thank God for those husbands. I know, right?
Like my husband always says, you never listen to me. And
no,
I never listen to you, actually. Especially when it comes to goodwill and community work.
Put him back.
There we go. And with me is I have that passion. I don't want to stop. And that's what I'm saying. When I lay at nighttime in bed, I'm like, I did this and I did that. And that passion came from my parents, which is my mom and my dad. Yes, they passed on, but you know what? That's their legacy that they pass on to me and my sister and my brother. Give. Like, I love giving. I mean, my loss will be in the kitchen. I will pass it on. So coming back to challenges, donations is always a huge need. Donors to come on board. And what helps me is to collaborate with other organizations, because what you have, they won't have. And I always like to share, pass on. And this is how we are helping each other, but also we're doing the same work. We're helping the community. We're passing on hope. Like my slogan is, once you have hope, anything is possible. That's my slogan.
Correct. So thank you, for that. And I hope, some of our viewers that are watching, might be able to help or know someone that might be able to help with the challenge of the fuel, which is real. So now let me go a little bit back now to the, any challenge. I know at the beginning you spoke about there's been highs and lows, for you, in this journey. What challenges have you experienced specifically as a parent of a special needs child?
Sure.
And how have you managed to overcome it as an individual, for you and Mark, how has that been?
With all honesty, once your child is diagnosed, your whole world collapses. And collapse in a way, you have different diagnoses. You have cancer and you have leukemia and you have all of that. but sometimes there are answers. When it comes to with the diagnosis, especially with autism, and not a lot of people are aware of autism and or educated about autism, especially when it comes to your communities. They think there's something, you know, the child's got major behavior, they are drunk, or they are must be disciplined, or they need to have respect. Once a child is diagnosed, there's questions and you need answers. And it's always within yourself as a mother. I mean, the same with my husband, Mark. We looked at each other and we asked him, what did we do wrong? But you reach out to therapists and you reach out to doctors. I mean, Josh has been through how many doctors? Josh had so many operations. He's been through so many therapists. I mean, Josh has been through 9 schools already, and you think, why did you do that? It's to do with the child's education. And I'm going to say to you that there's not enough provision made for education for our special needs children. The other issue is, especially with Joshi, because he can't communicate the way he feels. He has been bullied, he has been abused. I mean, there's a lot that happened in Josh's journey up till this age. But you have to stay strong as a parent, and it's so easy for a person to say, especially, the question is, when I say to people, my child's got autism, they say, I'm sorry for you. You don't have to feel sorry for me. You know, you should, you know what, you should not feel sorry for me, because you know what, I'm blessed. I'm blessed with an amazing child that God blessed me. I'm blessed that God is standing by me 100% with the decision that I'm making with my husband every day. I'm blessed that I am staying strong for my child, because if I'm not staying strong, who will do that? And with all honesty again, and I don't like using this word, when you have a normal child, it comes with challenges. When you have a special needs child, it comes with more challenges. But you know what? That challenges, you can learn by your mistakes, and and you can also overcome it by having support of family and friends. Now, I have amazing support of my parents and also my friends, the same with my husband's side too. And talk about it. You have to talk about it. You should not feel ashamed. And I know there's a lot of parents that is in denial of it. The signs are there. They're in denial. There's nothing wrong with my child. My child is not, sorry for the word, stupid. And I hate that word too. But you learn every day. And when it comes to special needs, it's you know, it's so exciting for me and Mark right now that every day is an excitement for Joshua. It's like we never knew what is popping up. And we have a real teenager, ma'am. Okay, we have a teenager. So when he gives me that look, like, oh dear, what did the mother do now again? Or don't speak to me like that. I was told a few days, don't look at me. Don't look at me. So it is exciting, and I would love parents to enjoy that little milestones that they are picking up. I mean, it's not big. It's something special. Like for us, when Joshua turned 10, he had a birthday party, and Joshua never knew what is a birthday. He never knew a birthday song, and he never knew how to blow out a birthday candle. And that is a massive milestone for us. I mean, Josh has been nonverbal since he was born till age 10, but we will share more info about that. But every little milestone is, wow, thumbs up. This is like, I'm going in the right direction. Sometimes you're going left skew, whatever, but you're going in the right direction, and you should be so proud of yourself and so proud of your child.
Wow. I could go on. We could have a
I know.
full program, but you know what?
Yes.
We'll have a stop and we'll see some of what, Josh has been up to and some pictures
Sure.
as well. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to Joshua. Happy birthday to you. Bless you today. Bless you always. God bless you and keep you. Happy birthday.
Yo, I just love your courage. I love your determination. I love the vibes that you give and the fact that, yes, through your journey, you're giving other people hope. And like you said, it's not just about the fact that it's Josh, your son, but, those challenges that you've managed to face, up till now and continue to face, you're still walking through them, but allowing others as well to gain and benefit from it, and hoping that legacy of sharing, love, support, is there. Well done, Sandy. So let me now go on to, you've been running the South African Society of Hope, SASH, and Nosh for Josh Foundation, for some time now. What are some of the key life lessons for you in terms of that will help anyone that might want to start an MPO, a charity, or whatever they want to start that, or even just run it, based on passion? What are some of the things that you will say, okay, you need to do, you need to avoid, and you need to focus on? Because you've been doing this successfully, although with, pitfalls that you've managed to overcome. So yeah, what are some of the life lessons that you can share with us?
Life lessons when starting an organization. I mean, with Nosh for Josh, we started in aid of our son. Also, the need is there, it is still there, because there's not a lot of awareness happening about autism, etc. When it comes to like as a Society of Hope, what I did was I actually went out to other organizations. I went to go and do feedings with them. And, with me, I love talking. I will talk all the time. But you need to be out there to see what other organizations are doing, get some guidance and tips with them. And this is where collaboration means also very, very a good thing. Because once you collaborate with another organization, they will pass on their not donors, well, sometimes they do, but I mean, they will help you and assist you and give you the necessary guidance. So the more you're out there to go and see other organizations, get the guidance, get some tips, and also help start with your board, get the information from social development. They've got a very good system. I know you wait about 2 or 3 months for your NPO to be registered, but while you're waiting, start off that feeding, start off with that goal program, start off with your counseling, whatever the uniqueness or the passion you have, it will come out of your foundation. I mean, even with the name, I mean, I love hope. Hope is anything, everything, not anything, everything. So that's why it's a Society of Hope, aka SASH. I mean, with, for instance, my dear friend Dalaik, Tofa Foundation is in aid of his name. And I mean, he's young and he's dynamic. So when you start with your organization, feel that passion, what you love. Again, as I'm saying, with food provision or girl empowerment or counseling, etc., that's how you do. And collaborate with other organizations. It does take time for an organization to be registered and also to get funding. And you know, that in the beginning stages, you can get funding just like that, boom, or it will be the opposite where you get nothing. And you have to crawl and you will have to use your own money to get your feelers out there. But also what helped for me with my organization is social media. And our Facebook and our Instagram and our YouTube, and when we take pictures, people usually might get offensive, but we always we first ask their permission. Can we take a picture while you're standing in the queue? And you know what, with all honesty, it does take, well, it do take guts for that person to stand in the queue to go and get food. But for us as organizations, we need to show the proof. Because let's say you've given us food, we're making the food, here's the proof. Because the proof is in the pudding, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Wow.
So
that's a lot you've shared there, and I'm sure there is more, but because of time, we'll go to my last question, which is, I know you're already doing a lot with Nosh for Josh, and so much, and there's still more to come. What more can we do, you know, either us individuals or other people or other organizations, corporate, to help find solutions or raise awareness for autism and other special needs, or to support, you know, parents with autistic or special needs children? What more can be done, either in South Africa, in Rwanda, in Kenya, you know, across Africa? What more can be done?
To advocate, to talk about it, and also to educate those in the community. That is actually the biggest key right now, is to educate the community, because as I mentioned before in the beginning, that not everybody is really aware of what is autism. Like they will say, I mean, there's something wrong with the child must be disciplined, or why is the child having a tantrum? So there's an answer for all of it. The child is having a tantrum because maybe, for instance, there's loud noise, or he's having a sensory overload of sound, or etc., etc. So to stand strong as a community, I know it's a lot to ask for, but you would know, I would know, there's somebody in my community that's got family or a sibling or a friend that's got a child or an adult with autism. And you will say, you know what, there is somebody out there that can maybe guide you or help you, or, well, you know what, a hug. A hug means a lot. And giving that hug, I know it's COVID, so you will do the elbow or a fist bump. That means a lot, to say, I'm there for you. So educating the community means a lot. Sharing that information and saying, we are there for you, there's a support, but also giving that little bit of hope to a parent with a special needs child, meaning it's autism, Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, muscular dystrophy, saying, we actually there for you. Because it is a big struggle when it comes to special needs. I mean, sometimes you don't even have time for yourself. Like I was just saying to a journalist a few minutes ago, the only time, and you're going to have a giggle, is when I go to the toilet to have 2 seconds seconds to breathe.
Breathe, yeah.
Because it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's very, very overwhelming. And it's a tough one, but you know what? It's been a journey and it's still a journey, and you learn, and every day is a learning curve. But having support and having community behind you and family and friends that would understand that you're going through is a big help.
Yeah. Wow. I salute you, Madam Sandy Pekeur-Sandy.
Yeah.
Thank you, for all you're doing and what you continue to do. The God that you serve will never leave you nor forsake you, yourself and your husband. And I know you are blessed. You're blessed to be a blessing, and you're blessing, others in ways that even you'll be like, wow. And God will keep giving you that strength.
Thank you.
He'll keep giving you that strength, that wisdom to continue to navigate this journey, of giving hope, to others who are struggling, with one thing or the other with their children. And God has called Josh as well, into your life to be that blessing, like you said. So I'm honored, to know you. I celebrate you. I thank you. I have a lot of respect for you. And I don't mean to get you emotional or anything, but you know that. And, I believe out there'll be always people, who'll be your family, who'll be your village, all the time to support and lift you up, especially when you close the door, when you're at home, when we're all in our own various worlds. So well done. Kudos to you and to Nosh for Josh, all what you're doing, and to continue to grow. There will be challenges. There will be the naysayers. There will be the ones who don't believe in what you're doing or don't trust you, but you just need to focus on that calling. I believe it's a calling, like you said at the beginning. God blessed you with Josh for it to be about what you're going to use to serve the purpose and aim that He's called you. So you're being the voice for those children who don't have somebody to voice for them. So in closing, what I want to ask you to do, if you don't mind, is to help speak to parents, out there with special needs children or adults, or, whichever, or whoever you want to speak to, whoever God has told you to speak to, please, in your own words, whatever you want to say to them, please go ahead.
To all the parents that has a special needs child, to all the parents that is finding out there is a diagnosis of either linked to autism, Down syndrome, or ADHD, you're not alone. Every person got a story. Like I've got a story, Ma'am Kay got a story, you have a story, and you have a journey that you are walking with your child or your baby or your special needs adult. And what I can say to you is enjoy that journey. It can be very, very tough at some times. Again, God bless you with an amazing baby, child, or adult. But you know what? You can handle it because God bless you with that child. And stay focused. It's difficult to say that. Stay on path. Have that hope. Have that, giving that hope or passing that hope on to somebody else that needs it. Because whatever I have and whatever learning technique or skills I've got from my child, I can pass on to you and you will pass it on to somebody else. So I want to say to the special needs parents out there, thumbs up. You guys are doing awesome work and I support you. We all support you. Don't give up hope. Stay strong and love and heart and light and blessing upon you, your child, and your family. Thank you.
Thank you, my dear sister friend Sandy. Thank you. God is with you, and we look forward to sharing more stories and raising more awareness on autism, cerebral palsy, all those special, conditions that some of our children, and adults face. Thank you for all you do. So we're going to stop there. This is Mama K on Impact Africa. Remember, stay safe, stay strong, stay positive, and God is love. Till next time, much love.